Hello. Hello, everyone. I don't even really know if I'm live right now, so if someone would just let me know. If I am live. Hello, TikTokers. This is my first time being here on TikTok. And so swipe left. Okay. So hello, everyone. All of you TikTokers out there tonight. This is my very, very first time coming on TikTok. So I actually don't know how this works. I don't know how it works, but some of you people out there can identify me as the black lady at the YMCA. I'm not going to stay out here long. I'm not going to stay on here very long. This is my very first time. I don't know what I am doing on here. But I just want to come on here and talk to some of you TikTokers out there. And I thank you all for joining. I see Fred has joined, and several other people has joined, Salima. And is that Casey, my niece? Well, this is my very first time on this TikTok. And the only reason that I joined TikTok was back in August. And the only reason that I joined TikTok was because I was getting so much coverage on TikTok and social media as being the black lady at the YMCA. And I am that lady. I am that black lady that was at the YMCA. And I just want to come on here for a little bit, as being my first time. I don't know how to receive gifts. I don't know how to receive anything. But I just wanted to jump on here just for a few minutes tonight. So if you send me something, I don't really know what to do with it right now. But as I get with my boys, and they can help me a little bit, they can get me more familiarized with TikTok. However, I have been watching a lot of TikTokers since August, and you creators, content creators are wonderful. And you're very, very creative. And I've seen some of you all content creators did with my content, reposting the video, my video, Black Lady at the YMCA. And I just want to talk a little bit about that incident that happened. I don't know. I don't even know how long I'm supposed to talk on here. But anyway, thanks everyone for joining here tonight. And like I said, I'm not going to stay on here very long. I just want to come on here and tell all of you content creators, thank you so very, very much for what you do and what you did for me. And you all defended me to the utmost. I didn't even have to say anything. You all saw the video, and I was prompt to go live that particular day. And how it all started was, usually during the summertime, I love to ride my bicycle. So I enjoy being outside during the summer months, riding my bicycle. Usually do 40 miles. I usually when I'm out there, I'll do 40 miles. I can still do 40 miles every other day now. Although I'm 71 years of age, I can still do 40 miles every other day. However, when I was just a little bit younger, just a couple of years ago, I was able to do, I'm not keeping up with everybody that's joining here. I apologize. This is my very first time. If I'm not calling your name, this is my very, very first time. So just bear with me. I got to try to keep my train of thoughts together. If not, I am going to forget to say something, and I may mix myself up. And I find these days sometimes I mix my own self up. But anyway, usually during the summer months, I love to be outside riding my bicycle. And so at 71, I can still do 40 miles every other day. I love riding my bicycle. But guess what? I just bought myself an e-bike. So I'm going to be setting that up for the summer. But I don't want to get lazy. I want to be able to ride my bicycle. I want to be able to pedal. I don't want anything easy. Some things you have to work for. So, but anyway, I don't want to talk about that e-bike right now. But so once it started getting a little colder outside, that's when my husband and we get back into the gym. So that's what we were trying to do, get back into the YMCA, because we have one son that has been proactive in our health. And every year for the last 3 years, going on 4 years, he calls us every month, every Sunday night to find out how we're doing. Did we get out and exercise? What is our eating habits like? Do we have doctor's appointments to go to? And our overall well-being. So he is still proactive in our health. So he was concerned about us getting back into the gym. So what I did, I went online and registered for the class, the Silver Sneakers class for, I say for old folks, old folks class. I used to say old folks class when I was a little younger, and now I am one of the ones in the old folks class. So, but anyway, I went online, signed up for that particular class, and signed up for that particular class, my husband and myself, so that we will be able to get a spot in the class. You have to sign up for the class. It's first come, first serve. So I went online, signed up for that class, one for myself and one for my husband. So I get to the class, I grab my chair and place it where I wanted it to be placed. No sooner that I place my chair there, here comes, I call her Karen. And we know years ago, well, some of us know years ago, this Karen used to be called Miss Ann. And then she was called Becky. And in modern day, she is called Karen, because she is the one who calls the screams, calls the authority. So, but you can check out who Miss Ann was back in those days and who Miss Becky was. They were some very, very evil women. So this Karen comes and slide her chair right up beside my chair on the right side of me. She was out of line with everyone else. I was in alignment with everybody else. So here comes now the instructor, Rona. She comes and she proceeds to tell me to slide over. Then she had another gentleman that worked at the YMCA named Ryan. He comes, bend down his face in my face to try to get me to slide over. He said, "Can you just slide over just 2 feet?" I says, "No, I am not going to slide over 2 feet." And then here comes this other lady. She comes and she bends down in my face, and I see her from a mile away. And she says, "Can you just show a little kindness? Can you just slide over just a little bit?" So I flipped the phone back around to me. I said, see how these Karens are? They're all the same. So now a lady from my church, here she comes. Well, Jordan comes first. I said, now they're bringing the black people in to get me to move. Now, mind you, during this time, the Karen started cussing at me. She gave me the slick finger. I didn't know. I mean, at my age, I didn't know anything about the slick finger. I knew about the finger that's right in your face kind of finger. I'm not trying to do nothing slick. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it in your face. It's not going to be nothing slick about it. So she gave me the slick finger. And I didn't know it was a slick finger until people started saying, "Oh, she gave her the finger." I'm glad I didn't know that she was giving me the finger, because I probably would have said something about it. I didn't say anything about it because I thought she was just rubbing it, I mean, sometimes your hair, you want to rub your hair, get your hair down on the side of your face, so you won't be showing all this other little, But anyway, I thought that's all she was doing, just rubbing her hair, But anyway, some things I'm slow. I have to admit, sometimes with evil, I'm slow many times when it comes to evilness. So she was sticking out her tongue. She was cussing at me. And I'm the type of person, I don't argue. After raising 6 boys and grandchildren, I don't argue. I talk. And I just continue to reinstate what I just said. I got here first, and I'm not moving. And then I just let them talk. Listen. Let them talk. Then I just reiterate what I just said before. I got here first. I'm not moving. So Jordan continued to quote the regulation. No one has assigned seat. So if you look at the video closely, you can see that there were no seating on the left side of me. They could have easily had the Karen to move her seat over to the left side, but they wouldn't do that. And I said as I got out into after the police, so this is what they did. This is what Rona did. She said, the instructor. Oh, so they had the black lady from my church. She bent her head down to try to get me to move. I said, they're bringing the black people in. And I was really furious at that time. Because if you really... Okay, give me my kiss. I love you, Chosen. You guys getting ready to go to bed? Yeah. Okay, love you. Thanks for my gift. Yeah. So, I said, they're bringing the black people in. If you really want to get me furious, try bringing the black people in to get me to move. I'm for sure going to be like the Rock of Gibraltar. And I am not going to move. I am a very stubborn person when it comes down to principles. And this is what I told Rona the first time that this happened. The first time that this happened. And I said, same thing happened. But this time they didn't call the authorities on me. But I guess they said, okay, here she come back again. We're going to make an example out of her. We're going to call the authorities on her this time. So that's exactly what they did. They called the authorities on me. And the Caucasian guy said, well, Ryan said, can you just slide over 2 feet? I said, I will not slide over 2 feet. Jordan says, can you just scoot over? I says, no, I will not scoot over. Why don't you have her to scoot over? But that would have been too much like right. So Rona says, the instructor says, okay, I'm going to call 911. She turns around to the class. She said, what you think about that class? And everybody said, yay. It was like, call 911. It was like a hostile environment in there for me. And then they called my husband up there. Now, my husband and I, we've been married for over 50 years. My husband knows me. And I know him. You're supposed to know your spouse. You're supposed to know when to stand up for them or just kind of stand in the back and observe and take note. And that's what my husband did. So when I saw him coming up from the back, I said, honey, you got to go home with me. And I said it twice, honey. I changed my tone of voice. I said, honey, you got to go home with me. So he just kind of stood there because I needed to stay focused. And when you're in a battle, as being in the military, you have to stay focused. You can't be thinking about back home, what my wife is doing back home or whatnot. You got to stay focused on the situation that's at hand. So I had to stay focused on the situation at hand. I couldn't get into a whole big conversation with my husband. I had to stay focused on what was at hand right then and there. And he just stood back behind me because he know me. And he know that I'm a very stubborn person. We've been married over 50 years. So he know I'm a very stubborn person. And he knows that if it's something that I believe in, he knows that I'm willing to die for that thing. If it's something that I really believe in. And this was a principal thing. I could have easily slid over. It wasn't about the chair. And that's what I try to tell people. It's not about the chair. And that's what some people misunderstood. Why didn't you just slide over? Why didn't you just scoot over? I could have easily done that. I wouldn't be having all these sleepless nights now if I just easily slid over. But how many more times would I have had to slide over? Every time when I went to that class, they would have made a statement. Now I wouldn't have been able to go sit up there in front. I would have to continue to slide over. I would have had to continue to make way for someone else. So I didn't move. So they called three. They called 3 cops in there for me. Trespass me. Yes, they did. So I told my husband, I said, honey, will you get my things? Because to the officers, it seemed like I wasn't getting my things fast enough. So I told my husband, I said, honey, will you get my things? Because I wanted to continue to video. And I was led to go public with this thing. Go public. Don't just send this to your friends. Go public with this. So the whole world can see some of the wickedness and how evil people can be. So I wanted people to see what was happening to me. Like I said, I could have easily slid over. I'm no longer a member at the YMCA. We're still in the process of trying to get some things worked out because they threatened me that day. And had I acted any other way, they would have happily dragged me out of that place. And then they would have said, oh, look at that angry. See, I told you they are angry people. They're angry. They are loud, boisterous. I'm not a loud person. I'm not a boisterous person. The only time I get loud is in church. Now, you can hear me from the back of the church to the front of the church. I get loud in church. That's the only place I get loud at. Other than that, I'm an even tone. Well, being in the military, you better be even toned. You better learn control in the military. If not, you're not going to make it. You're going to just get kicked out. When you're given an order, you have to say, you have to obey that lawful order. And then you go up through the chain of command if you want to make a complaint. But you have to obey that lawful order. You can't give no lip. You have to obey. So, but anyway, when they told me I was trespassed, I got out of that place. And then after I got in my car, then I started expressing myself a little bit more. Because I was quite upset to be escorted out of that place by 3 people. And then to make matters worse after that, the YMCA in South Boston, Virginia, the director is Olivia Epps. They sent out a bogus, they posted on Facebook a bogus apology. I said, this is bogus. I said, this is nothing but damage control. Generated probably by AI. So after I said that, they decided to send out another one. And they put my name in it that time. I said this is a bogus as well. The last one that they sent out. So now this is what the officers did. The 911 call that they got on the 911 call stated that I was videoing. I was saying racial slurs. And one other thing. I can't think of it right now, but it's something stupid. And racial slurs? All I said was, now they're calling the black people in. I referred to the Caucasian lady. They said we shouldn't even call her lady. I called to the Caucasian Karen as Caucasian. That's not a racial slur. So that was the 911 report. Oh, and the last one was that I wouldn't slide my chair over. 3 things. Taking pictures, wouldn't slide my chair over. I forgot already what the third one was. But anyway, and then when the police people made their reports, and we were boycotting out at the YMCA, they made a bogus report. I said, now this is a blatant lie. I came back on Facebook. I said, now this is a blatant lie. They misconstrued the whole thing to get people's mind twisted up. And in their report, because many people believe police. They believe. They take police officers' word for it sometimes. And on their report, they put on there that, oh, she left the room. And then she came back in the room. Did she leave out of the room or did she come back out of the room? To get people's mind all twisted up. Well, she shouldn't have, then people were saying, well, she shouldn't have left out of the room. She couldn't have just left out of the room and then come back in the room and expect her seat. That didn't happen. And I continue to say that did not happen. I got there first. And I'm not moving. But the police told a blatant lie on their report to get people all twisted up in the head instead of really listening to what I was saying. So I'm not trying to stay on here very long. I just want to thank all of you, everybody that have joined. I just wanted to just say hi to everybody. And thank you so very, very much for listening in. I thank you so very, very much for supporting me. Like I said, I didn't have to say very, very much. You all backed me up. And some of you all were calling me auntie, saying auntie know how to use that phone. Auntie know how to flip that phone. Auntie know how to flip that phone around. Well, when you have young people around, you have to learn how to do different things. And my boys keep me up to speed with a lot of things. Even my grandchildren that are here with me keep me up to speed with everything. And what's this newly upgraded fan club? I don't know anything about this, but TikTokers. I'm going to learn a little bit more about this and try to come back on here with something positive. But today, I just wanted to just come on here and so you can see me face to face. I am a person of integrity. And truly, if it's something that I really believe in, I will give my life for it. So many of our forefathers gave their life so that we can have some of the freedoms that we have today. If they had gone by fear, if they had lived by fear, nobody wouldn't have done anything. And we would still be in some of the situation today if our ancestors hadn't paved the way for us today. Had they been afraid to take a step, to not move. Many of them gave their lives so that we can have some of the freedoms that we have today. So I'm a person of integrity. And I stand on principles. And if you want to see, and if you want to see another side of me, just break one of those principles. I'm a person of integrity. I stand on principles. I don't lie. I don't try to get over on people. And I had to tell my church family, I know that you all are seeing a different side of Sister Spooner that you've never seen before. And no one ever had to, well, very few people had to see this side of me. Because most people that I deal with, they've never broken principles with me. But anyway, we're still working on a few things here. I am still quite upset about what happened to me. Justice was, they turned it into Olivia Epps and Rona turned it into a very hostile situation. And I know many of you out there was dogging Jordan out. And I said to several people on Facebook that Jordan was just caught up in the crossfire. Before he even really knew what was happening, he got caught up in the crossfire. They used him as a puppet. And I said, if anybody should be fired, should be Rona. Olivia Epps should be fired. But I said, I don't think that they are going to fire anyone. They want me quiet. I won't be quiet. So some of you probably going to see me posting this, and I'm going to post and post and post and post. And I'm going to tell you one other thing. I live in a teeny tiny town down here. And I've had several people coming in my face saying, why don't you just turn the other cheek? And are you a Christian? I'm like, yeah. Yes. Why don't you just turn the other cheek? So how many times am I supposed to turn the other cheek? How many times? And they walked away from me angry. I won't know these people when they see me again. I just have to trust the Lord that they don't try to hurt me. Because some are very, very angry and very furious. Although they saw the video, they are furious. Some are furious at me. Because this lady was exposed. And the YMCA was exposed. So they are furious. Some, not all, are furious at me. I'm out here in this town riding my bicycle. And I like to ride by myself. I'm in this town riding my bicycle. I've already been stopped before while I was walking. Just walking. Exercising. Just walking a couple of years ago. Walking. Dancing on one of the back areas where no traffic. I'm just walking. And the officer stopped me while I was walking. I showed him my ID card. And I'm thinking, if you think I'm crazy because I'm walking and dancing and praising the Lord as I'm walking, leave crazy alone. If you think I'm crazy, just leave crazy alone. If you don't see crazy breaking into a building, if you don't see crazy attacking anybody, then just leave crazy alone. If he thought I was crazy. So I told him, I said, this is my time that I have out here with the Lord. I like to walk. Well, I love to walk, but it's easier for me to ride my bicycle nowadays than it is for me to walk because of some health issues. But just leave crazy alone. So crazy stuff like that. Is that all that you have to do to stop somebody that's walking and enjoying themselves Go catch a crook. Go catch somebody that's breaking into a building or something, robbing a bank or something. Why would you bother me? So those are some of the silly things that happens in some small towns. And this town is very small. People know. You got people that know. I mean, this is a good old boy. This is a good old boy town here. But anyway, we have to live here. And if I could get up out of here, we would. But unfortunately, somebody is sending me some things across my screen. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm going to get off now. I think that I've said enough. I love you all. Thank you for joining. Until I can figure out what to do when I come on this Facebook. Not Facebook. When I can figure out what constructive that I can do when I come on this platform, because I see so many people out here on TikTok that are very, very creative, and I'm not a creative person. So once I can get myself together, I'm going to try to figure out what I can bring, perhaps what I can bring to this platform. If any of you can send me some suggestions, I'm open for suggestions. Now, I love to dance. I love to worship God. So those are some of the things, that was some ideas that I was thinking about doing my some worship dancing on TikTok. So I'll see how that goes once I can get everything set up the way that I would like for it to be set up. But in the meantime, I want to thank you, Josh, and all of you people. So once it's hi, Mama, Jace, Iron Queen, I can't see everybody's name, but I want to tell you thank you so much, and God bless you. And I pray that you have a wonderful and blessed week this week. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I don't know when I'll be back on here again, but I will be watching some of you all. I'm trying to get some ideas, so I'm going to be watching some of you all. So just let me know when you're coming on live, and I'll be checking out your live. God bless you all, and may God continue to look to watch over you. Oh, and the last thing I want to say, the last Brittany sent me a TikTok universe. King. I don't know what all these things mean. But anyway, the last report that the YMCA sent to me, and I broke each one of them down on one of my lives. And I can't send that to TikTok because it's too long. I don't know how to shorten everything up. But I went line by line and broke down each thing that they said. They admitted that they put me in a hostile situation. They apologized for putting me in a hostile situation like that. So they admitted that they were wrong. I had 4 people come up from the corporate office 4 hours away to come up to find out what the temperature was with me, trying to figure out what my next step would be. So, But that's about all that I want to say about that. But yes, they came back with that last report, and I just broke that. I tore out all the pieces, and this is what I said. I said it would have been better if they hadn't said nothing else to me. I said, because this report right here, I said, this report right here has me more furious than when I was escorted out there by the 3 policemen. As this report right here has me more furious. And I never heard anything else from corporate after I made that video. They haven't reached back out to me again, because that report. But anyway, I love you all. I'm closing out for the night. 9:51. Got an appointment. See my doctor tomorrow. I'm seeing more doctors that I care to see. But I thank God that I'm going to a massage therapist tomorrow. I did a chiropractor today. I'm getting ready to do some acupuncture here in the next few, pretty soon. I'm trying to keep moving. If they say if you don't move it, you lose it. So I'm trying to keep moving, so that I can live a longer and a healthy life. It's nothing like living a long life, but living a long, unhealthy life. So that's my goal right now, to live a long and a healthy life. I love you all, and on that note, I'm going to close off of here. I need to look to see how to log off. I love y'all. I love you all so much. How do I get off of here? Thanks everybody for joining. Thank you so much. Now let me see how do I get off of here? Oh, in now. Okay.